You know, I have a lot of thoughts. You know, I was at work having a good time. We're having what's called field day with the students at work. This is like the last week, and they do a lot of fun, you know, activities in the school. We're like the tug of war, or other mini games, kart races, stuff like that. Fun stuff. It's supposed to be a fun, you know, couple days before the last week of school. And I'm sitting there, you know, cheering on the kids. I get a notification on my phone and I check it. Destiny 2 is officially dead. June 9th. Now, when I say dead, I mean a live service that is no longer getting any live updates is dead. Doesn't mean no one's going to be not playing it, but if it's no longer getting support, it's a dead game. And it's bittersweet. Most people will be like, "Oh, why aren't you dancing and celebrating? I thought you hated Bungie." Yeah, I hate Bungie. I'll dance on their graves, like business studio wise, the business, you know, the bigwigs, the C-suite, the bad developers that deserve to lose their jobs and put the fries in the bag. But I like Destiny. And it's crazy because I called this in my video. Where was it? God dang it. my there it is, June 9th. Yeah, very popular 10-minute video. You should check it out. It's worth it, especially with what we're about to cover. I said this is one of the comments was either this is where, you know, I forgot the exact work. So essentially it was either this is going to be a great, you know, Bungie's going to pop off, or this is going to be Bungie's end of life service or something along those lines, which is true. This is Bungie's end of life service for Destiny. We'll get to the reactions in a different video. We'll talk about Destiny reactions later. Let's talk about my reaction. It's crazy because also in that video I talked about how, you know, there's the signs were there. Outside of just like the general vibe of the population going down over the years, the signs were there because of Sony. And I guarantee this was a decision made from Sony/Bungie leaders. Because they're wanting to focus on Marathon. This is all obvious that this is intended to focus on Marathon. I know there's some cope going on that it's D3. We've heard them saying there's no immediate plans for D3. That could have been, you know, then and now versus what was said. But until I see anything, I would not get cope up. I would not have that hopium. It's so infuriating because the game had potential. It was squandered. So even though I knew this was coming, I knew that it was going to die. This was going to end. It was going to die. It was going to end its service at some point very soon because it was all there. All the signs were pointing to it. This delay after delay. The lack of communication. It was just so obvious that their attention was no longer on Destiny, or at least they wanted to move away from Destiny. They did the same thing with like Halo. They wanted to move on. But they were vocal about that to Microsoft. They didn't want to do more Halos. But we know through history and talking to people talking to multiple developers about Halo, it was a common theme that they wanted to move on from Halo and they jumped ship to make Destiny. Well, we have Marathon now. Let's read. Let's go through it and give actual deep thoughts. You know, we've done one of these in a long time. This week in Destiny, Bungie provides you the end is a new beginning, and we'll see about that. For almost 12 years, we had the joy and honor to explore the Destiny universe with you all. Through all the ups and downs, surprises and triumphs, building Destiny alongside our players has been a monumental privilege. While our love for Destiny 2 has not changed, I don't believe that. especially since you've lost some of the key people from the company, like some of the most, iconic names. Chris Proctor, whether you liked him or not, Joe Blackburn, Luke Smith, who was very much responsible for a lot of shitty decisions, but he was still passionate about the game. Like, it wasn't, I don't believe it was Luke Smith who said, let's make the portal. I guarantee it wasn't. And that's probably why he jumped ship. It has become clear that after the final shape, we have reached the time for our shared worlds and Destiny to live beyond Destiny 2. And I know a lot of people are living on cope on this statement. To live beyond Destiny 2. I would not expect a Destiny 3 for many, many years. If we want a good Destiny 3, a true, game that brings back the popularity to the franchise, it needs to be 5-6 years that we see a Destiny 3. And even then, it may not be enough, because we know that if they take more developers to work on Marathon, oh yeah. But I wouldn't give your hopes up there's even going to be a Destiny 3. As our focus turns toward a new beginning for Bungie, we will begin to work incubation on our next games. I will believe it when I see it. We know that we've heard the incubation of multiple games that have failed. Gummy Bears, Sony took that and gave it to, made their own studio for that and said, no, Bungie, we're moving that off your plate. Marathon was just a cluster. And the only reason Destiny 2 got its crap together after its launch is because it had Activision with 2 other studios helping it. Who's helping Bungie now? No one. We're proud of Destiny 2, the places it took us, and the legacy it's created. Because of all you, our universe is vast, built on years of shared stories, adventures, and victories. From the Cosmodrome to the Pale Heart to the Lawless Frontier, this last one is going to be the one that's going to be forgotten. Everyone's going to know that that's the DLC that killed Destiny. Stupid Star Wars. We have forged lifelong memories and friendships with you all. We're incredibly... And you burned all of them, by the way. You forged lifelong memories and burned a lot of friendships. With a lot of the people that supported you, the community that had your back, and you stabbed them in the back. The people that would have went through hell and fire for you as you struggled multiple times through Destiny 1 when you tried to be your own, get out there and make a different game. They supported you. When Destiny 2 was on the fritz because of launch, people still had your back, even though they were upset and many left. When you made Forsaken, they're like, they cheered you on. When you said you were separating from Activision, everyone had your back. They supported you. They blamed Activision. They gave you the benefit of the doubt. You spit on everyone's faces. You kicked them and you knocked them down. You robbed them blind. I have nothing nice to say about Bungie. Most of the people in that company deserve to lose their jobs. And I hope the good ones get absorbed. I hope the good developers, the people that are passionate, the people that wanted Destiny to thrive, I hope they have a place at Sony, a place in the future of gaming. But the rest of the trash, throw them out. Throw them in the dumpster where they belong. The people that wanted to stab at the community in the back, the people that supported them, the people that took us for granted, throw that trash out. Destiny 2, Monument of Triumph. Destiny 2 Dev Team. Since Destiny 2 launch, Guardians have turned back the darkness, defeated gods, shattered blades, banished nightmares, outplayed Savathûn at chess, and forged legendary stories across Sol. It's funny because a lot of that is not even in the game anymore, which is really unfortunate. I would... Is it possible for them to just bring back all seasonal content? Like, if they're not adding anything else, can they bring back the stuff that they took out? Might as well, right? You might as well bring all the seasonal shit you took out. On June 9th, Destiny Monument of Triumph will be available to all players. We're inviting all Guardians to take place in a celebration of these accomplishments, legends, dredgens, renegades, conquerors, new lights, and everyone in between. Each year since launch, Moments of Triumph celebrate highlights from Destiny 2 most recent chapter. This time, the Monument of Triumph update will broaden that celebration, bringing together experiences from across Destiny 2. Legendary marks return from the ages of triumphs past, earned by completing a game-wide array of triumphs. They will grant access to a vast selection of free armor ornaments, accessories, weapon engrams, and more. I have to give them praise for that. Thank you. Free ornaments, free shit, good. An additional title, an armor ornament set, awaits those who range widely in their deeds. Immortalize your legacy in Destiny 2. Make it badass. Make it so one of the best looking fucking pieces of armor in Destiny 2 history. You owe the community that much. But this update has much more to offer than the monument itself. Rediscovering Soul. We've been embracing the mission of making this update feel meaningful, looking back at many of the requests that players have shared with us over the years, while finding ways to bring some of them to life. Now, on June 9th, we're aiming to deliver a collection of love letters to players across all activity types with Destiny 2. Although many were intended for future releases, we wanted to make sure you had them in this update. Our goal is to ensure Destiny 2 can be a place you can come back to and feel rewarded no matter what you play, while also having enough variety in activities to fit your mood for a given play session. I mean, a lot of people are still going back and playing Destiny 1, and Destiny 1 is still on a fairly playable. It's pretty well. You just pretty much experience the whole thing. I think you just can't do Iron Banner, seasonal activities, like the holiday activities and like trials, right? Whether you're looking to play competitively, slay a god or two, or just open up some time exploring the destinations, there will be something for you. Below, you'll find a laundry list of features and bullets, but expect further blog breakdowns to give a full picture, and of course, a few surprises for you to find on launch day 2. Story. Monument of Triumph will deliver small character beats to leave the story and characters in interesting places, touching on themes across Destiny. Yeah, because how you gonna you know Renegades left the whole game in a weird story limbo. Like, I told you this, that the Fate series was one of the worst series, and they're not even gonna bother finish it, and I think that's for a good reason. I hope they somehow retcon, and maybe they do. I think the best thing to do wouldn't be a Destiny 3. It would be a reboot of Destiny. I think they just let it live in its own this land. The story really should have ended in the final shape. That was like the bow on it. Make a reboot Destiny. We encourage reading and exploring to find all Easter eggs, callbacks, reveals, and the love for the lore hounds. Bye if you got a job for a couple weeks. You don't have to go to McDonald's. The return of the director. It's so fucking beautiful. Why couldn't you do this? Why? How fucking hard is it to just do this? This looks fucking gorgeous. It's so good. How hard would it be to do this? For the launch of Edge of Fate, like, seriously, what? Thank God. This should be the first screen you always see. It's beautiful. It's fucking glorious. It's sexy. I love it. We have embraced the player feedback about the director and Portal, and a newly refreshed director returns to its rightful place as the center of activities in D2. All Portal activities are still available via list in the notes. God damn it. So they made the Portal, like, it's still there. It's just hidden. Fuck. I hope that all the other activities are actually going to be useful. We know that they're going to probably be outdated, but hopefully I don't know. Pantheon 2.0. Yep, there it is. Callus. Is this Argos? I forgot what his name is. And I forgot what his name is, but it's Crown of Sorrow boss. I'm disappointed. This just implies we're not going to ever see any actual Red War content again. We'll get an encounter, which is great, but is Pantheon here to stay? Is it just a limited activity? Like, you're going to bring... Because if they bring this back for just a limited amount of time, I'm going to be honest, it's kind of bullshit. A new Pantheon is coming as a permanent... Oh, okay. Permanent edition. Fuck yeah. With a fresh slate of bosses to challenge and overcome. Huge. The first slate of bosses become available with 2 activities, each featuring a unique roster of bosses. June 13th. What we're calling the Gauntlet. The full lineup of boss encounters in a single activity. June 16th, encounter rotations begin. Players can attempt featured single boss encounters for rewards. Raid and dungeon loot updates. All raid and dungeon weapons and armor have been revisited to bring them to modern standards with full tier parity, set bonuses, new perks, and more. Crafted weapons will have an upgrade path to tier 5, with more information coming in future article. Weekly featured raids and dungeons return, giving players additional opportunities. We knew this was essentially, we knew this. Okay, destination. A trip down memory lane. Destination weapons and armor have also been revisited to bring them to modern standards. With full tier parity, set bonuses, new perks, and more. Some destinations will have distortions, a new addition to bring more variety and touch more challenge to your time planet side. Distortions also bring unique rewards to each participating beyond our slate of destination drops. All right, here's our abilities and new abilities and ability updates. Damn. New aspects: crack shot, soul siphon, shield burst. New hunter melee, phantom surge. Okay, good. Hopefully it's interesting. New grenades. We got the strand slice grenade and the stasis shatter grenade. Class specific abilities: warlock, titan, and hunter are all getting some new love. Mind spun will interact with threadling grenades. Ward of Dawn is getting a complete rework. Oh my god, is Bubble Boy back? Titan Bubble Boys, are they back? Bring them back to their glory, baby. Trapper's Ambush has new capabilities and more. Elevating exotics. All exotic armor earned since the Edge of Fate launch will be automatically upgraded to tier 5. Thank God. That means if you farm for them, don't worry. They're going to be auto tier 5. Thank God. We made some changes to a handful of exotic armors. An example: what if warlocks could throw 2 Nova bombs in quick succession to create an even larger explosion? More on this in the future. Okay, so they're just going balls to the fucking wall of power fantasy, aren't they? Various exotics will receive tuning passes and many will receive catalyst. What, is 1K finally getting a catalyst? If they don't bring back Last Word to its former glory, I'm gonna be pissed off. That gun was always fun to play with. Portal overhaul. Okay, let's see what the dumpster is getting. We're putting new paint on the dumpster. Let's see what it looks like. All portal activities are still available to players via the portal nodes at the bottom of the director. We've taken a deep pass on the portal's difficulty system to ensure players can approach the ops category and have fun with Destiny 2 while still being rewarded. We want to remove choice paralysis. Players should be able to sign in and find the fun quickly rather than be mired in stack as many difficult modifiers as possible to earn desirable rewards. Good, because that shit sucks. The score system is awful. We are expanding our weapon offerings within portal activities such as Solo Ops, Fireteam, Arena, Pinnacle, Crucible, Gambit Ops will offer a different pool. Wait, Gambit Ops? Oh, so they're bringing Gambit into it. Cool. We're also updating armors across the portal with new art and new set bonuses and some reprisals too. Ooh. While adding an exclusive armor to competitive Crucible. Damn, about time. Onslaught and Crawls. Contest Elders and the Coil have received balance passes on difficult and length. All 3 activities will once again feature escalating difficulty over time rather than starting at a high difficulty from the start. Onslaught has been rebalanced to remove revive tokens and get you more scrap more often to bring back the feeling of building up defenses over time. Shack maxing has returned. Dude, Onslaught was so damn good. I like it needed to be brought back to its former, like that was a good game mode. A few weapons will also be making a return, only available through Onslaught. Ooh. Contest of Elders has been reduced from 4 laps to 3. Good. Contest of Elders is actually fun. It's just not usually rewarding, and it's just been cancer because of the stupid, like, getting thrown into an ultimate mode. It's just been cancer. Load in, people immediately die, and then you get booted. You can't even get for the first encounter. Even if you're like using the most cheesiest shit, it's like, it's so cancer. Crucible, playlist, private matches, balance. We have 3 new game modes coming to Crucible. PvP. I was wrong. I was wrong. I was right about 90% of this video, but one thing that I wasn't expecting, one thing I wasn't expecting was that Bungie actually updated Crucible. I said, don't get your cope up. Technically, do we get new maps? I don't think so. So I'm partially still right. But we did get new game modes. Gunplay centric with some old school Bungie PvP vibes. Glass cannon, a throwback to Destiny 1 balancing. But why is it only private match? But why is it private matches? Anyways, whatever. Iron Banner will run every 4 weeks. Trials will appear on non-Iron Banner weekends. Both game modes feature tiered loot and new armor sets to earn. Wait. So Iron Banner and Trials is here to stay? That's actually better than Destiny 1. Because Destiny 1, they closed the doors. Heavy Metal returns with a third vehicle, the Cabal Walker. A brand new map. Finally, mixed vehicle combat and vehicle selection. A full suite of competitive crucible weapons will become tiered. And as mentioned above, a unique armor set has been added to incentivize more competitive play. Gambit Ops. Gambit is being upgraded to an Ops category and receive a rewards refresh. New armor to earn with a unique set bonus. We're reprising iconic Gambit weapons as tiered gear with new perks to earn. Seasonal events are being retired. A collection of weapon rewards for Festival of the Lost, the Dawning, Guardian Games, and Solstice can be earned through engrams on a Monument of Triumph vendor. So pretty much anything that already had the tier system is probably here to stay. So if they didn't make one of your favorite weapons a tier gun beforehand, rest in peace. Armor ornament sets previously available for Bright Dust will be available, not only through direct exchange, but also through Bright Engram Focus. Wait, hold on. We're 22 minutes in. Let's just talk about this for a minute. Okay. We're not getting any seasonal content. Yeah, see, we're not getting a season content like Ash and Iron. We're not getting anything else new. This is it. This is it, which I was kind of right. I said that we would just be refreshes. This is like their end of life service plan. They're setting the game up to be like, this is it. The game is done. Here's what's available. This is the offering. Play, what you want. The game's done. I mean, even Pantheon's sticking around, so you can essentially play it at any time you want. It's crazy to me. There's no, what was it? Something else that Bungie was pushing back. I'm trying to remember, was it Arms Week or whatever the hell it's called? So none of those, they're gone. Those are all gone. So that means if you didn't get any of like the crossbow and stuff, what's going to happen with that? That's going to be interesting because they didn't mention any of it. So armor ornaments set previously available for Bright Dust will be available not only through direct exchange, but also through Bright Dust and Engram Focusing. More on that below. Eververse, the shopping mall. Will the shopping mall continue to expand? Silver and Bright Dust. Bright Dust will continue to be an earnable currency through gameplay objectives, and we have expanded the offering cosmetics that can be acquired with this currency. Silver will continue to be available for players to purchase in exchange for various items in Eververse. Of course it will. Bright Dust rotation is being changed from weekly to daily, giving players more opportunities to exchange this earned currency for cosmetics they desire. We've added a focusing system for your Bright Engrams. Whoa, what the hell? Using an engram and some Bright Dust, you can select what? Array of engrams that guarantee the item category result and do not produce duplicates, gradually filling out your collection. Are we talking about Bungie? There's no dupes? Huh? Reward Pass. Of course there is one. The Monument of Triumph update brings an updated rewards pass. What was originally planned for Shadow and Order, featuring a new exotic hand cannon, armor ornaments. They love exotic hand cannons and more. Actually, to be fair, have we gotten exotic hand cannon recently? Can we even make that statement? We have increased the number of cosmetic rewards on the pass as well, including multiple armor ornament sets, ghost, shaders, and more. Oh, so actual shit that isn't just filler crap. Good. Yes, we said more twice. Look, we put a lot of extras on this thing. We hope you enjoyed. It's about damn time. Is this actually gonna be a battle pass that feels like a battle pass rather than a material cash grab? Because that'd be great. Ornaments. Starting June 9th, players may apply common. Players may apply common, uncommon, rare, legendary armor ornaments to their exotics visible in PvE environments. Bro, no one said anything about this. This is like the best update. Holy shit. Fashion frame. Fashion. No, someone said fashion frame. Fashion is the end game. It only took Destiny dying for us to be able to do that. It only took Destiny 2 dying for us to finally be able to use legendary shaders. Because sometimes you can see a set that, you know, you want to use an exotic, but you don't want to use, like, even with the exotic ornaments, you don't find an ornament that really fits your drip, but you need to use an exotic, and you would like to just use whatever makes your character look, you know, hot as hell. Well, now you can. It just took Destiny 2 dying. Who thought that? Destiny 2 the collection. We're bundling all Destiny content packs into a singular purchase. It only took Destiny 2 dying for them to do this. Available on June 9th. This includes campaigns, dungeon keys, the 30th pack, and more. Individual content packs and expansions will also receive permanent markdowns in June's. Brother, why is the good shit coming when Destiny dies? One more thing. Sparrow Racing League returns. Again, why is it when Destiny dies that we get the good shit? What the fuck? I'm crashing out. It's like, why you do this before the game dies, not after it dies? It's like, what the fuck? Like, don't get me wrong, this is cool. This is great. I'm gonna play the shit out of Sparrow Racing, but why? Why after it dies? Why do you do this? Why? SRL returns as a permanent addition. Good. Reopening tracks from the original Destiny experience and adding a new Sparrow Racing race opponents. We're never getting Wrath of the Machines, guys. Just so we're clear, we are never getting Wrath of the Machines in Destiny 2. We got SRL. You know, is that a trade? I don't know. I think some people would rather have Wrath of the Machines. We've created a new unique weapon set to earn by competing in races. Fire. So this is the part that surprises me the most, and I will give Bungie applause. Because we expected them never to do this. Even like to shut the door, they are shutting the door, but they're still giving us something that we've asked for years. It's a little too late, but you know, I will still give them praise for doing something that they didn't have to do. Like, and to be fair, I'm glad they did this over some half-baked, you know, Ash and Iron season content that was a bleh, right? Armor sets return with a new set bonus and numerous cosmetics, including horns, will be available. We'll have a full breakdown in coming weeks. Preview upcoming feature. Twids and developer insights through launch. Each week through launch, we'll be diving a bit deeper into each subject through a mix of developer insight articles and This Week in Destiny updates. We're spreading things out just a bit to avoid massive walls of text and information overload, while giving our teams some time for last-minute tuning and test passes. First on our list will be a deeper dive into the return of the director, how we're updating activities across the game. Oh! So they're going to try to bring the rest of the game up to parity. This is a big thing. This means that they are not just leaving Destiny as it is, where they abandoned like 80% of it. It's not just raids and dungeons that are getting the love. It looks like they're going to try to bring everything else up to par. We know that like destination guns, like not the Kevlar guns. Well, they're already up tiered, but you know, Witch Queen guns are going to be up to tier, all that stuff. And we're updating SLR for Destiny 2. This will be followed by a full week of articles dedicating to our weapon sandbox, raid, and dungeon updates. Then a week dedicated to armor updates and abilities. After launch, the TWID will continue for a few weeks to keep you informed on any immediate monument of Triumph news. Once we're through our launch window, our weekly blog entries will enter a form of hibernation as well. This won't be the end of communication from us by any means. We'll still be keeping in touch with you and sharing community highlights through our website, social media channels, and Discord and other outlets. Oh, damn, DMG. You got to give DMG something to do because he's just going to be, you know, sympathy baiting again. Like, what is his actual fucking job? Thank you. Destiny 2 has been our home for many, many years. The unknown can sometimes feel wild, even a bit scary at times, but these opportunities to explore the future are invigorating. As we look ahead, our commitment remains the same: to make games we and you are excited to play. Well, that's debatable. The game director literally was surprised that people were upset about how the Portal and Edge of Fate was. So I don't know if that's necessarily true. From all of us here at Bungie, we cannot thank you enough for joining us on this journey throughout the Soul System. You'll find us Starside for years to come. We will see about that. Again, my general thought about this whole is good. I mean, I fully, like I said, that it's going to be, and it sounds like an age of triumph, and it is. I was on, literally, I'm a goddamn prophet. I did this with Edge of Fate. Literally, I said, hey, there are all these changes. This is not good. And goddamn, was I right. I was on the money in this video. Like, so many things came to pass. Like, I know I played this game. I played this game habitually for so damn long that I know this company and I know this game and how things play out so much. Like, you just know. You just know. I just know. And I'm glad they're at least giving it, more love. I would say they're giving it more love than Destiny 2 because they're bringing back SRL and they didn't have to, and they're doing other things. No, technically, I take that slightly back. They're bringing the rest of the game to the point that it should have been many years ago. And even this past year with the Edge of Fate, everything should have been brought up with Edge of Fate instead of them abandoning 80%. So no, they're still putting out fires that they started. So I'm not going to give them a pat on the back for that, but I will give them a pat for the extra stuff. I won't even give them a pat on the back for Pantheon because they're bringing back raid bosses that should have never left. None of this surprises me, except literally just this. This is the only thing that surprises me about this whole situation. There's some good changes that I like. The idea of getting some new abilities at the end. It's W. But outside of the rest, they're just fixing stuff that they should have fixed in the first place, either a year ago or 2 years or 3 years ago. And I'm going to be honest. I would not get baited by this statement about, they're going to be around. They're going to be making more Destiny. Like, people think that Destiny 2 needs to die. And I do think at some point you can't focus on Destiny 2 and then make a Destiny 3. But the problem is you have to have developers to make a Destiny 3 or a new game. You will know if we actually get Destiny. There's a chance if there's no layoffs. If you see Bungie developers lose their job, you should know that we're probably not going to get a Destiny 3. That is like the ultimate, check. If you see people lose their job because of how much of a failure Bungie has been the past couple years and what they failed Sony and their expectations, you see layoffs, do not expect a Destiny 3. Especially since Sony is putting all their baskets too in Marathon. Not saying a word about Destiny at all. Don't get me wrong. I don't want this game to die. I'm glad that they're finally putting the game back to where it fucking was. It's not perpetually stuck in shit Portal land. They're leaving it. They're shutting the door. They're cleaning up their mess. They're making sure the fire's out. They're adding a couple new things, but they're preserving it in a way that people fucking like this game. Thank you for doing the bare minimum. Now, see the shitty developers out. See the C-suite out. Get us some new people that are passionate and start working on the Destiny 3, which is the biggest cope ever. But I'm tempted as like a last hurrah to do a for the 5th. I've done so many new player runs for different videos and shit. Like, I feel like doing like a final run hurrah. Go through the whole game once again, just from beginning to end, do all the raids, dungeons, and just knock everything out section by section as a final hurrah. And I have an entire summer to do it. I'm not going to sit there and grind out for like constant god rolls. I think it's going to be a one-hit wonder where you play with what you get and you go to the next thing and you upgrade as you go. That's how I would treat it, as like this is just it's a montage of, you know, experiencing everything the game has to offer, visiting, playing public spaces, just as like just as a series of saying goodbye to Destiny 2, a game that I absolutely loved. I don't hate this game, but I am glad that it is finally dying. Bungie is curing multiple people's Stockholm syndrome. A lot of content creators are now going to have to go either learn to play other video games and stop fondling the balls of Bungie, or they're going to learn how to put the fries in the bag. Some of them deserve to put the fries in the bag. That's all I got, man. Other videos and reactions will be about what everyone else is thinking. But that's my thoughts. I don't think there's anything I would say that they need to do more. If they're thinking about putting the rest of the game up par, they're making sure that destination weapons, like, you know, essentially the paid content is now going to be up to par. Raids and dungeons are going to be up to par. That's good with me. I'm okay with that. I'm accepting of this. Paid content will now match everything else that it should have from the get-go. That means your purchases are not a waste. And the fact that they're not going to continue anything, like you could still enjoy trials and competitive, which is still going to be probably filled with cheaters. But there won't be no longer any world's. It's crazy. World's first is now good. The last world's first for Destiny 2 is going to be Equilibrium. It's going to be a Star Wars DLC dungeon. Rest in peace, leaderboard lovers. They're in shambles now. Holy shit. Also, I feel vindicated for selling my account, or attempting to sell my account. I feel so fucking vindicated. Saw this shit during Edge of Fate. I was like, this is how it's gonna go. I'm so fucking vindicated. Oh. Anyways, guys, let me know what you think down below. And yeah, rest in peace. Rest in peace. I'll see you in the next one. Game out.